Hi, I'm Eddie Brumley, and this is the Book of Revelation in 5 minutes, part 10.
The fifth letter is to the church in Sardis. Sardis was a church who had the reputation of being spiritually alive, but was instead spiritually dead and spiritually slumbering. Something interesting that happened to Sardis in the 6th century BC. They were overtaken and the city was ransacked because the guards were caught unaware. They were watching guard all the while the enemy soldiers were sneaking in via some underground aqueducts and aquifers, and they came up when the city was least expecting them. Jesus said because of this church as being spiritually unaware, that they're going to be unprepared for things that are going to spiritually happen, especially Jesus' own coming. He tells them that if they'll be victorious, they'll not have their name removed from the book of life, but will be found in it. Jesus said to his disciples upon returning from a powerful set of ministry experiences in the Gospel of Luke, he says, "Don't rejoice that you have powers over spirits and can do miraculous things. Rejoice rather that your name is written in the book of life." The sixth letter rather is to Philadelphia, a faithful but struggling church. They are suffering at the hands of what John calls the synagogue of Satan. And what you need to remember at this point is that Christianity is still a movement within inside of Judaism. The final rupture between Christianity and Judaism has not happened yet. These Jewish Christians are suffering at the hands of their own people in the way that still happens in other places around the world, and they are being told explicitly and implicitly that they're not part of the covenant people. And Jesus wants them to know that they are part of the covenant people, and he's encouraging them to be faithful. He is said to have the keys of the kingdom of God. He can open and no one can shut. What he shuts, no one can open. He has final authority over them, not the Roman government, not their brothers or friends or sisters or anyone. Jesus has the final authority. Jesus promises to protect them through the suffering that they're about to go through, not to give them an exemption, but to be with them and to give them strength through it. We have a hymn, How Firm a Foundation, based on Isaiah 43. I want to read 2 stanzas of that. "When through deep waters I call thee to go, the rivers of sorrow shall not thee overflow. For I will be with thee, thy troubles to bless, and sanctify to thee thy deepest distress. When through fiery trials thy pathways shall lie, my grace all sufficient shall be thy supply. The flame shall not hurt thee, I only design thy dross to consume, thy gold to refine." Those who persevere will become pillars in the temple God is building. Now, there's a couple things this reminds us of. First of all, it reminds us that in the Messianic age, we are not looking for a new building on the Temple Mount, which would likely lead to a third world war. The temple God is building is a people, and the bricks and the pillar and all of that he's building with are people. Thus, as evangelical Christians, we should not be encouraging Jewish people to try to build a new building. A new building doesn't need to be built on the Temple Mount. And more important than the old Jerusalem is the new Jerusalem, which we expect, which will encompass all the world upon Jesus' return. That is what we will be the citizens of. Let others, infidels and non-believers, fight over pieces of land. We'll inherit something far greater.
If you like what you saw, please give it a thumbs up and be sure to subscribe.